You're listening to the Disruptive Franchise Podcast with Stacey Cann, the podcast that celebrates innovation in franchising and peeks behind the curtain of failure, success, and the future of the franchise industry. On this week's episode of the Disruptive Franchise Podcast, I am talking to Becky Hoare from Pop-Up Play Village, who was our Trailblazer of the Year this year. Hey, Becky.
Hi, it's lovely to be here.
Oh, it's great to have you. So as our Trailblazer of the Year this year at Disruptive, really wanted to get you on the podcast and talk to you about what makes you that trailblazer. So for anyone who doesn't know you, first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
So yeah, I'm Becky. I'm the franchisor and creator of Pop-Up Play Village, which is a mobile role play village that we take out into our local communities, running parties, community classes, lots of work in schools and early years settings, festivals and fairs. Basically, wherever there's children, we can pop up our play areas and provide role play. Currently, as our brand, we've got 29 franchises across the UK and 2 school licenses. So that's an overview of what Pop-Up Play Village is.
Amazing. I've seen lots and lots of pictures. You're very good on socials about really showing the experience of Pop-Up Play Village, and it just looks so wonderful. What gave you the idea for it, first of all?
My children. So we're nearly 10 years old now. So when I started, I had a newborn and a 2.5-year-old. I was looking for places to take them both. Soft play was a nightmare for me because having a baby attached to you, you can't follow your 2-year-old that can't climb over anything. So I was like, well, there must be somewhere you can go, and they both gain some education, fun. The whole family enjoys it. And then I thought of the idea of a mobile role play village, researched it, Googled it, didn't exist anywhere. Thought about it for a few months whilst on maternity leave, to the point that my husband was like, just go and start it. Because if you don't, we're just going to not stop talking about it. Or what if, and also going back to teaching with 2 young children wasn't really what I wanted to do, because I'd miss out on so much with them. So yeah, I'd say it was my husband pushed me into it. Never planned on running a business. I was a teacher before. So that's how it all started, through my children.
Yeah. I love it. Children are the greatest source of innovation, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I can really relate to that as well, actually. So there's a 3-year age gap between my eldest and my twins, and we hit a point where soft play it was too much with twins and a toddler, and it was really full on. So yeah, completely relate to that. So fast forward 10 years, congratulations, that's amazing. Really amazing. And a thriving franchise, which is brilliant. What do you think is like the secret sauce behind, that success that you've had?
I think it's keeping up with trends and the way the world's going. We don't ever sit still and think, oh, this is our business, this is what we do, and just hope that it still works year on year. We're always adapting and innovating. This can be trends like that the children are into, particular themes that we bring into the village, or it can be adding additional services. Like, for example, during COVID, we introduced the hire of mini kits so that we could still work. We took the kits to the doorstep drop-off with instructions and home-educated ideas so that they could be home-educated through the play areas in their house. It's always thinking what's next, I guess, and always moving with the times, I think is vital.
It's really important, isn't it? And I think with franchise, there's a bit of a fear in franchisors sometimes that we know that we have to move forward, because obviously, if we stand still, I kind of think if you stood still, you're dead in the water. But there's a fear of kind of upsetting the apple cart a little bit with franchisees. I mean, I know that I've experienced this in that role of kind of going, well, got this new thing, we're really excited, and the franchisees go, oh, another thing? How do you get around that?
I usually, if I come up with new ideas, it's usually optional to take it on board. So it might be that I've created a new service, such as our glow up in the village. We introduced that last year. it's an optional thing that they can add. They can choose to offer that sensory experience of Glow Up. So I've always gone in that way, create the ideas, and then it's there if they want to use it. We're very much a franchise where we all add our own stamp to our businesses, although we're all a brand. If you look across our social media, you'll see that we've all got our own way of running it. So I think always giving options really, and not saying, oh, you must do this, I think is quite important.
It's an important aspect of partnership, isn't it? For sure. You're in it together. Love it.
Definitely.
Love it. Tell us then, so Trailblazer of the Year, amazing. It was a really strong category. You did so well this year. Tell us what makes you a trailblazer.
Well, I think there's no franchise like ours, and there's no role play village like ours, whether it's a fixed role play centre or a mobile one. We are completely different to everyone else. So one of the ways that we're unique is that we have early years, foundation stage, key stage 1 and key stage 2 curriculum planning behind our play areas. So we can go into schools and teach year 6. And a lot of people will say to us, oh, well, your play areas are only for early years, aren't they? No, they go all the way up to 11. We've got that planning, and the older ones absolutely love it. So I think that's one key way that we stand out as a brand. And we're visiting more and more schools every term, and that's showing that what we're offering is really important to schools. So that's one thing we're doing. 2 years ago, I took part in some play therapy training. And then I basically created our wellbeing planning, which is where we work one-to-one or in small groups with children, focus on a specific area of their mental health. So we'll take our play areas in, and we'll use the play therapy techniques in the wellbeing planning that I've written, and we can support those children with their mental health. So I think that is really, really trailblazing, I guess. And the main reason I did it was because I wanted to support children. I could see there was a need for it in schools. And I've piloted it over the last 2 years, and the children really do benefit from it. So I'd say that makes us quite unique as well. I previously mentioned that we've got Glow Up in the Village, which is basically a sensory role play experience. So we dim the lights. We don't make it completely dark, but we dim the lights. We have colourful lights in all the different play areas, like the vets. We have glowing animals, as an example. We have disco music we can put on if the children like it, and it's like a disco role play sensory. It's really cool. So we've incorporated that within the last 2 years as well. So anytime I see a gap or I think of a new idea, then I usually roll with it and bring it out. So always trying to bring in new concepts and make us stand out and be unique.
I love that. My brain is exploding, like for all of the like emotional learning support stuff that you can use. Just exploding, absolutely exploding. And in terms of like being that, like the trailblazer it's seen in one of two ways. Like you're either the naughtiest or you're the most amazing. And at Disruptive Franchise Awards, it's the most amazing. How did it feel to have your name called out?
Well, I wasn't expecting to have my name called out because it was quite a tough category. Some of my friends were in that category as well. And also, it was the first category of the whole awards. So I didn't even have time to think of a speech or anything. So I was probably a shaken mess. But I was, overwhelmed by it and absolutely amazed and, so grateful. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. It was great actually, because obviously I knew you were going to be called out, so I was looking at your face. It was just brilliant. You had no warning at all. No one had been up that day. It'd been wonderful. So, yeah, you did really well with it. I think for me, Trailblazer holds a really special place in my heart because I think for a lot of the entrepreneurs that come into franchising or even just start their own business, we kind of have this like maverick adrenaline junkie energy. We have to be able to do it. And it's really interesting, like you say, that like your husband kind of just like give you the shove that you kind of needed. But what I really love actually in listening to kind of what you had to say there is about all of the different things that you've added. So can we talk a little bit about revenue streams and how the revenue works in your business?
Yeah, so we have lots of different revenue streams. So when we started, we were just running community classes and birthday parties from the very start 10 years ago. And then we added wedding entertainment within probably about a year after launching, because again, I saw a need for it with my own children, taking them to a wedding and there's nothing for them to do. So we've been quite busy with like wedding creches and wedding entertainment. And then a year after that, I created the curriculum planning so that we could go into like early years, Key Stage 1, and then more recently, Key Stage 2. We also go to festivals and fairs as well. We were at the Cosford Air Show last month. A couple of my franchisees were there, so I went along to support them. And that was amazing, having thousands of children coming to role play whilst the aeroplanes are going over. So, yeah, there's so many different income streams. We have our wellbeing planning now, so we can work one-to-one small groups. We're also on the website, I'm doing a bit of a update on our website, and my aim is to create the UK's top #1 place to go for role play inspiration. So we've got free role play activities that children can do at home. We've got paid ones, which is another income stream. And I do plan to record training workshops as well for parents on what they can do to help their children role play at home, for teachers, childminders. So always looking for new ways of developing our services.
Love that. And in terms of kind of from a business structure point of view, those extra revenue streams, you said obviously that you make it optional for your franchisees, which is really wonderful, because as a franchisee wearing that hat, it can be really overwhelming, like, oh my god, I'm going to find a new thing. So from like an overall revenue perspective for the franchise, have you found that by adding revenue streams in, it has kind of increased the revenue? You don't have to talk about numbers, but like, has it increased revenue, or has it kind of just changed where the revenue comes in from?
I would say it's increased numbers because there's more services to offer. Like, for example, some of our services like weddings, we're busier in the summer naturally because more people get married in the summer. Festivals tend to be in the summer as well. So there's different, whereas birthday parties are crazy in winter. So it just means that there's never a quiet period. There's always something that we can offer. I'd just say it gives them more opportunities. And what I tend to find is the franchise owners, they'll pick and choose the services that they want to offer and grow it that way. So every franchise owner is different. They all have different services that they prefer, which is great.
It's great because it means that your franchisees then can really mould the business on the core of what you've built, but like really mould the business into what they love to do. And I always find that franchisees that love what they do perform better anyway, don't they? Because you just get so immersed in it.
Yeah, definitely. You have to love what you do and be passionate about it, especially when you're running a business and it's 24/7. You have to love it.
Love it. What advice would you give, Becky, for other franchisors who have listened to this and been like, actually, I don't have many revenue streams?
I think really go with your instinct. If there's something that you find a problem out there in the market or a need for something, go with it, research it, see if it will work for you, because it could be an additional income stream or additional way to grow the business. I always go with instinct, and it's worked so far. So I think that's the best tip, and never be scared of trying something new, because it could be the best thing that happens to you. So always take that leap, I guess.
Yeah, love it. I'd completely agree. And then I am very disruptive. I love it. Becky, I've really loved chatting to you. It's been so fascinating hearing more about the business, because visually, like on socials, and if you don't follow Pop-Up Play Village, go have a look at them on Instagram and stuff, but visually it just looks so cool. It's such a cool setup, but I imagine like loading and unloading the van isn't like the favorite thing in the world, but to actually hear about everything underneath the business with all of the different structures and settings. I mean, weddings, like, oh yes, no brainer, of course.
Yes.
Because that, if you entertain the kids, then the parents can have a good time. And so so it's been fascinating hearing about kind of everything that you've layered into the business, your approach to innovation, but also your collaborative approach with your franchisees as well. It's really nice to hear about a franchise partnership that really works based on, you know, you go develop the idea, they trust you, they take it on, or they don't, and it's working for everybody. Amazing. Thanks so much, Becky, for being on the episode. How can people come and find you if they want to chat or just see visually how stunning your sessions are?
Best place is our website, popupplayvillage.co.uk, or can email me at hello@popupplayvillage.co.uk, or follow our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all Pop Up Play Village. Happy to connect, and it's been lovely to be on the podcast today.
Amazing. We'll put some of those links into the show notes so people can click on you easily. That's it for this episode. Becky, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
This episode was brought to you by Impact Franchising, the agency who offer predictable franchise growth done for you. If you have loved what you've heard, please go and help other people find it by hitting the subscribe button and liking the episode. See you on the next one.